Let's look at the first set. On her wedding day, Mansi came up with an idea to help her guests know how any two of them are related to each other. First, she made some paper chits on which all the two-digit numbers were written, one on each chit, and gave exactly one chit to every guest. She made sure that no two chits, when opened, would resemble any other chit due to inversion of digits. For example, a guest getting a chit with 66 written on it might confuse it with 99 as they look indifferentiable when inverted. Hence, no chit had either 66 or 99 written over them. Hence, she could not write any such number on any chit. Then she informed everyone that for any two guests, if no digit was common between the digits written on their chit, they would be called strangers. If there was only a one digit common between any two persons' chits, then these two persons were friends. And if both the chits had the same digits, then they must be relatives. Mansi realized that the total number of guests was exactly equal to the number of chits she made. Consider that one will create confusion when inverted. Okay, so let's look at the questions. How many guests attended Mansi's wedding? How many friends of the guest with 17 on his or her chit attended Mansi's wedding? The options are definite. How many guests did not have any of their relatives invited for Mansi's wedding? Definite. How many mutual friends did the guest with chit number 64 and 94 have? Theta. What is the average of the two-digit numbers Mansi couldn't use to write on the chits? So, having understood, it's about the digits which when inverted resemble some other digit, or there is, when it's written with a combination of some other digit, it resembles some other number. So, let's try to find out what such numbers are. So, the digits 1, 0 is there, 0, 1, 2 is not there, 3 is not, 4, 9, 5, no, 6, 7, no, 8, and then 9. So these are the 5 digits which when inverted may look like the same digit or they become a replica of each other. For example, 6 is a replica of 9, while 0, 1 and 8, they will look the same when inverted. Now, she is not going to write the chits with 66 written on it, because if you write 66 and if you invert, it looks like 99. So if we start with the first two-digit number, 10, if we invert it, it will look like 0, 1, which is not going to be one of the numbers on the chit because the chit consists of two-digit numbers. So we can't write 1, 0. Next is 11. We can write 11 because 11 when inverted looks 11 only, so there will be no confusion. 12 she can write, 13 she can write. So all those numbers which are formed using these digits, she cannot write. So let's start with 1, 6. So 1, 6 looks like 9, 1. So she cannot write that. Next is 1, 8. 1, 8 looks like 8, 1 when inverted. Next, 1, 9 looks like 6, 1 when inverted. In 20s, we won't have any such number. 30s, 40s, 50s, we won't have. From 60s, if we write 60, its inverted is going to look like 0, 9. So let's not include 0 anymore. 61 is the next number we can have. 61 is already included. Next we can have is 68. 68 when inverted looks like 89. Then we can write 69, but 69 when inverted looks like 69 itself. We can't write 66 because it looks like 99. Okay, so we are done with the 6s. Now let's start with 8. We can't write 81 because it looks like 80. 81 is already included. We can't write 86 because 86 will look like a 98 when inverted. 88 when inverted will look like 88, so that's not an issue. Next is 89. 89 will look like 68, which we have already written. Let's start with 90s. 91 we can't write because it will look like 16. That part we have already written. Next is 96. 96 will look like 96 only when inverted. You know? Next is 98. 98 we have already accounted for. Next is 99. 99 also we have already accounted for. So these are a total of 6 pairs of numbers that cannot be used for writing down the chits. And there are a total of 10, 11 and so on up to 99, actually not 90. These are the total number of chits, which is 90 chits that she should be writing, but then she doesn't write a total of 12 chits. Okay, not allowed, or let's say not permissible. So that means she ends up writing a total of 90 minus 12, which is going to be 78. So 78 permissible chits are there. Now, out of these 78 permissible chits, let's pick up a number, let's say 32. Now, 32 and 46, they are going to be strangers because they have no digit in common. 32 and 25, they are going to be friends because they have only one digit in common. And 32 and 23, there are going to be relatives because both the digits are same. So having understood the basics of what kind of chit numbers will result in a stranger, friend or relatives out of those 78 chits only, we can now proceed solving the questions.